The Echoing Void. The Quantum Files 4. The city of Neo-London always hummed with a low electric pulse, a symphony of forgotten histories and emergent futures. But tonight, the hum felt different. It was a flat line, a dead signal. My name is Detective Miles Corbin. I've spent too many nights staring into the quantum abyss to be easily surprised, but the call I received from Officer Davies at 0200 hours twisted a knot in my gut I hadn't felt in a while. "Corbin, you need to get down here." Davies' voice was a strained whisper over the comms, static cutting in and out. "It's unlike anything I've ever seen. The victim, he's gone." Gone. Not dead, not even disfigured, just gone. The scene was the Neo Arts Gallery in the Westminster sector, a gleaming monument to human creativity that now felt like a mausoleum. The kind of place where the rich and the desperate mingled, bidding on digital art and physical relics. The air was thick with the scent of ozone and something else, something I couldn't quite place, like a memory trying to form. The victim, or rather the absence of a victim, was Marcus Thorne, a renowned quantum artist famous for his installations that played with perception and reality. His last piece, The Infinite Embrace, was a series of pulsating light sculptures meant to represent parallel dimensions. Now, it stood dark, inert, as if even light refused to exist here. "What do you mean, gone?" I asked Davies, my eyes sweeping the pristine, silent gallery. The usual police chaos was muted, almost reverent. Davies gestured to a shimmering outline on the polished floor, directly beneath where Thorne's final sculpture should have been. It was a perfect silhouette, like a chalk outline, but filled with a swirling vortex of deep purple and black, subtly shifting. I knelt, my gaze fixed on the anomaly. The vortex wasn't emitting light, it was absorbing it, drawing the ambient illumination into its depths. My quantum scanner shrieked, its display flashing a chilling message. Massive quantum vacuum decoherence, 0-point energy signature. This wasn't a localized quantum entanglement or a temporal shift. This was a void. "This isn't just a disappearance, Davies," I muttered, my voice grim. "This is an uncreation. Thorne didn't just vanish, he was erased. Every particle, every last bit of his quantum signature, pulled into nothing." A new kind of fear pricked at me. This wasn't just a crime, it was a violation of existence itself. The first lead was a dead end. Marcus Thorne was a public figure, but his private life was a labyrinth of aliases and encrypted communications. He had a reputation for eccentricity, dabbling in forbidden quantum theories. My mind immediately went to Dr. Aris Thorne, no relation, thankfully, my usual quantum guru. If anyone could explain this, it was him. I bagged a small, shimmering piece of what looked like solidified darkness found near the edge of the void. It felt cold, unnaturally so, as if draining the warmth from my hand. It pulsed with a faint, almost imperceptible rhythm, like a distant heartbeat. The quantum forensics lab felt almost too bright after the oppressive darkness of the gallery. Aris was, as usual, surrounded by glowing screens and humming machinery. He wore his customary rumpled lab coat, looking like a man who hadn't slept since the last quantum fluctuation. "Miles, what fresh hell have you brought me this time?" Aris grumbled, rubbing his temples. I placed the shimmering fragment on the analysis table. "This," I said, "is what's left of a man, or rather, what he left behind." Aris leaned in, his eyes widening as he examined the fragment. His fingers, usually steady, trembled slightly as he picked it up with specialized tongs. By the Planck constant, this is a zero-point energy condensate, a solidified fragment of pure vacuum energy. It's impossible. Tell that to the empty space where Thorn used to be, I retorted, leaning against a console.
Aris activated a spectral analyzer. The fragment pulsed, and a complex array of shimmering data filled the holographic display. The energy signature indicates a highly localized vacuum collapse. Something created an instability in the fabric of space-time itself, causing a pocket of reality to simply collapse into nothingness. Thorn was caught in the event horizon of this miniature void. What could cause something like that? I pressed. Theoretically, a massive uncontrolled quantum singularity, or a weapon designed to unravel matter, a decoherence bomb perhaps, but on an unprecedented scale. This isn't just an isolated incident, Miles. The residual energy signature suggests a deliberate, highly focused application. Aris zoomed in on a waveform. There's a faint, repetitive frequency embedded within the condensate. A pattern. He played the frequency. It was a low, resonant hum, almost subliminal, but with an underlying discordant rhythm. Like a heartbeat, but one that was slowly losing its pulse. Can you trace it? It's faint, but yes, it seems to emanate from the underground labyrinth, specifically the abandoned crossrail tunnels beneath the old city. Aris looked up, his face pale. Rumors say that area was a testing ground for experimental quantum tech during the Great Reorganization. Dangerous ground, Miles, very dangerous. The underground labyrinth was a relic of a bygone era, a sprawling network of forgotten tunnels and subterranean structures beneath the gleaming skyscrapers of Neo-London. It was a place where light rarely touched and secrets festered. My footsteps echoed hollowly in the darkness as I descended into the cold, damp tunnels. The air grew heavy, charged with an almost palpable tension. My quantum scanner was screaming now, its readings off the charts. The discordant hum that Aris had isolated was growing louder, resonating in my bones. It was the sound of something unmaking itself. I found the source in a vast, cavernous chamber, a place that reeked of damp earth and forgotten purpose. In the center, bathed in the sickly green glow of a portable generator, stood a lone figure. He was a gaunt man, his face etched with a desperate manic intensity, hunched over a contraption that defied logic. It was a crude, jury-rigged device, a chaotic mess of exposed wires, pulsing crystals, and antiquated computer terminals. And at its heart, glowing with an internal malevolent purple light, was a large, jagged shard of the same material as the fragment I'd found, a piece of pure zero-point energy condensate. The man, his clothes grimy and torn, looked up as I entered, his eyes wide and bloodshot fixed on me. You shouldn't be here. I'm Detective Miles Corbin, and you're Elias Vance, I stated, recognizing the name from Aris's quick search. Vance was a disgraced physicist, a former protege of Brandon Biggs, remember the name, who had vanished years ago after a scandal involving unauthorized quantum experiments. You're the one who uncreated Marcus Thorn.